Network Entertainment.
Welcome to the Wake Up to Saab podcast. First of all, gotta give a shout out to TPN, the podcast network.
Yeah.
TPN, baby, now you're one of us. Oh my God, that's so cringe. I'm so sorry. We are now part of the
We're
podcast.
now part of TPN,
Yes.
the podcast network. So shout out to those guys. Yeah, we're happy to be part of the
Exciting.
family.
Yay.
And so to celebrate, we're actually going to do a Malibag after
Malibag
how
is
many
back.
years? The
Oh my
Malibag
God.
is back.
Why do you think we stopped doing it? Were we getting affected?
No, it was just like we just. To be honest, pod kids, it was just like, I guess we, with parenthood, like the time that Saab and I could actually talk to each other, like, and have like just talk about anything. Medyo nag-increase yung need. So kaya parang every time.
And that's how we started the podcast. It's
Yeah.
for us to be able to talk. And ano nangyari?
Okay, no need to defend it.
Okay.
Um,
Wait, shout out, Jen. I love my shirt. Linya Linya. You see, it says magpatuloy. Do you have any promos this June?
wala ata.
Ay, flop. Okay, wag go flop. Sobrang the worst. Okay, just go to linyalinya.ph.
Yeah, nandun naman.
I'm sure there's stuff there. But happy Pride.
And so nakakatawa, the Manibag that we're gonna read, it says, that dude had a girlfriend. So
Yun pala yung nakita namin naka all
Yung nakita
caps.
namin.
Sobrang,
We're
but we
gonna read it.
spoiled it.
well,
Okay, anyway.
we're gonna read it fresh and give our take. But
Okay.
before that,
Ooh. Wait lang, sorry. Just, I'm gonna assume for the new listeners who have no idea what Malibag is, it's when our pod kids write us a letter and medyo parang nagsusumbong kayo sa amin. Ganun.
mm,
So, ayun, just for context. You
okay.
go.
Last.
Ang dami.
Nakakatawa. Hindi. Before we read the Manibag, the funny thing is, so we did this episode with Byron Method, Harvey, and Aza.
Mm.
And we had them on the pod. And, you know, if you want to learn about nutrition and everything,
Mhm.
it's nakakatawa. Yun nga,
Yeah, go.
yeah. So someone messaged and like parang pretty much saying na,
Well, marami siyang question and
yeah. Ay, wag na.
and I will talk about it.
Wag
Marami
na, wag na,
marami
wag na.
siyang
Sabi-
question. But I just wanted to say, like, all of the questions, if not all, were answered on the podcast. So I would encourage you to please try to give the whole podcast episode a listen.
Actually, just to make it clear, the reason why I wanted to talk about it, I don't want to, I'm like, cool. Thank you for your feedback. But I guess, obviously, Sab literally asks the questions
I
like,
ask,
pangmayaman lang naman ng healthy eating. Tinanong rin. And then, I think
we also discussed
and
PCOS
even in
and everything.
we talked about PCOS and how food technically is just by being mindful of what you eat. We're not even saying it. Everything has to be organic and whatever. It's just giving the facts. If you're eating chemicals,
Yes.
then your body will be more inflamed, which we talk about in detail. And
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, ano yan? Before the, were you
Malibag.
going to say something? Wala na.
Mahaba eh. Baka after
Okay.
na lang.
Okay. All right. So let's get into the Malibag. Okay, let's go. This was sent by... Wait. Asan siya? Okay, hindi ko mahanap. Okay, hindi ko mahanap.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, she said, I got my first job at this company, and for our new hires orientation, naging close yung batch namin. Like, we have a GC, that's group chat, and we sometimes have lunch together. We have a company shuttle that drops us off at a certain area and then picks us up going straight to the office. Yung isa kong kabatch na guy, I'm a girl, and I became close since magkabatch kami na new hires. Tapos nagkasabay kami minsan sa shuttle. Fast forward to, this guy was full on flirting with me, like giving me updates about his day and was giving all flirty vibes. Sobrang layo sa pagiging friend lang, as in complimenting me, asking me to have lunch, na libre niya. Nagvi-video call pa kami pagka uwi. Oh. So I assumed he liked me kasi sobrang flirty niya talaga. There were so many signs. So, one day, we got to talking about relationships and I asked him how many he's had na and bigla siyang nag-hesitate. And sinabi niya, pag sinabi ko sa'yo, di mo na ako kakausapin.
Oh.
And I was like, bakit? Madami na ba? And turns out, this dude had a girlfriend the whole damn time. Like, WTF. Siyempre, nagalit ako sa kanya and told him na, alam ba ng girlfriend mo na nag-uusap tayo? Sabi niya, bakit? Gusto mo ba? Like, dude, di ko rin gets, parang na nasisingit sa oras niya na may girlfriend pala siya tapos palagi pa kami nagde-text and call.
Oh.
Pag inaasar rin siya sa office na may ka-lunch siya, di niya dinadeny. At di niya na rin sinasabi na may girlfriend siya. Like, I feel so bad for the girl. I just got out of a relationship rin kasi, and kala ko naman na, wow, I shouldn't be sad kasi mukhang may matino na bago na naman ako. Pero hindi pala. From then on, I got mad and kept the distance. I actually resigned na from that job. Not because of him naman, but because I got a better offer. Ngayon, I don't see him na, and di ko na siya nire-replyan, pero chat pa rin ng chat ang... Di ako nagpaalam, pero alam niya na umalis na ako. As in, 7 unread messages na nagaling sa kanya. Huli niyang chat, so I guess this is goodbye o busy ka lang. Kasi di ko nga siya nire-replyan ng guilt trip pa. I already muted him on Viber, pero mutuals pa rin kami.
What's mutuals?
I don't know. I think like following each other.
Okay.
Tama ba? Yeah. I want to block him. Should I do it? I've already told my other fellow new hires na kabatch about him, and they were all, WTF. Mukha nga siyang player at flirty talaga. Should I just block him? Okay. Sana na friends lang eh. Okay sana na friends lang eh. Pero ang gago niya talaga, na pinaasa rin ako, pero may girlfriend pala. Mic drop. Galing ko magbasa,
Galing,
no?
ha? In fair.
First time ko binasa yun, ha?
That was really good.
I know. That's like my theater background. One play. Thanks,
was
she's a theater actress.
That was
Sorry,
really good.
as Candy would say, theater.
That was really good.
Thanks.
In fair.
I used to be an actress, you know.
Okay.
Loser. I go.
So, I guess the first
Dapat
question.
ikaw yung nagbabasa ng mga guy parts eh.
Oo nga eh.
Mga bags to mo.
First question. Devil's advocate. I think I'd always like to start that.
Okay.
Are we so sure that
Douche! Joke. Red flag.
I'm saying a devil's advocate?
Okay,
Like,
go.
what if? Hindi. I was gonna say like, what if he's friendly?
Okay, wait lang. Context clues tayo. I got my first job, new hires, so fresh off college. Mga bata tong, I mean, yuck, sobrang feeling. I mean, they're younger, right? So mga anong age yun? Mga 20?
21.
Ganon. Okay.
No, I think the biggest things that Nana shared niya was I think the video call. I think once you start doing video calls with someone,
That's very intimate.
that's intimate. I don't know. Are we
Although-
too tanders? To is that so intimate? Like I guess
I think if you have a girlfriend,
again, isn't it are we not being
I have Jim, I don't baka matanda ako, but I've never had a video call. Like imagine me like,
No, it's like
Manny, kamusta? Anong ginagawa
Oh.
mo?
what's wrong with
But
that?
just like, I mean like, lalo na diyan ka naman, ayaw ko, parang, hindi ko
Go on,
alam.
let's say you you FaceTime Kyle and say, "Hey," like
I'm very close with Kyle, but I
Oh.
don't like video call him.
you say, "Hey, how's show me a big fuzz."
Yeah,
What?
that sounds so.
You know what we should do? You know what we should do?
You video call them now,
You should video call
and then
them.
like, hey, ang gagawa mo? Oh my God, should we do it? Manny, oh my God, no! I'd be like, bakit? Manny would know for sure right away. Like,
Yeah, please, can we do it?
but
we
we
do
wouldn't have his audio. Or should I? How do I record that?
Like, please.
No.
Pero hindi mo kaya eh.
That's so. Oh my God! Like Oh my God. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Wait. So, ewan ko. Controversial. Are we like hot take ba kami na we think that if you're in a relationship and then you do
Video
video calls
calls.
with another person. Although hindi ko alam eh, kasi ewan ko, I don't know eh. Like I do video calls with Candy all the time, but I feel like what is it an issue because it's the opposite sex? Ano
I think
ba?
it's that, di ba? Because
Ay,
like if you came in the room and I was like
hindi,
video
hindi.
calling with
That's how intimate
Manny.
it is. She's my best friend, and that's why we video call. So parang, are you that close that you have to do video calls?
No, but I think everyone kasi now they what they do is video calls eh.
I guess I don't get that. I don't get that. Actually, it's the States, but when I watch like
Yeah, yeah,
series, they're
yeah. Sa
always doing
series. Well,
FaceTime.
kasi because I think it's to make the show work.
Yeah, that's part. Oh, nga. Parang feeling ko.
To make the show work, I mean, people have to see people, right?
Yeah, I guess. Oh.
So okay, so that's obviously like
Okay, we're
one thing.
overthinking it. I think
So
my
let's
answer.
assume. Okay,
my answer is
assume.
just block the guy.
Actually, the mere fact that the guy said, ano yun?
Magagalit ka. Magagalit ka. Diba? If
Parang-
sabihin ko sa'yo. Let's backtrack. Sinabi
Yeah,
niya.
yeah. He said that.
Okay. Ito. How many girlfriends have you had?
Pag sinabi ko sa'yo, hindi mo na ako kausapin.
Okay, that's such bad delivery.
Ay,
Jim.
sorry. Pag sinabi ko sa'yo, hindi mo na ako kausapin. Eh.
Not Jim, why are you doing like a bedroom voice? It's
Why?
not like that. It's like pag fuck boy pero hindi like.
Pag sinabi ko sa'yo, hindi mo ako kausapin eh.
Gagu. Joke.
And then when the girl asked,
Bakit? Madami na ba? Tapos meron pala siyang existing girlfriend. So parang, oh wow, bigyan natin ng medal kasi at least inamin niya sa'yo. Pwede naman niyang tinago, di ba?
nakakatawa eh, red flag, devil's advocate Jim was gonna say that. Now,
What?
well, inamin niya eh, di ba? Parang, doesn't that, he could have not. Like, most of the money bags we get are people who never say.
Okay, wait lang. Sige, let's see. Lagi kayo
Again, I don't
nagsha-shuttle.
agree with any of this,
Palagi kayo
obviously.
nagkasabay sa shuttle. Tapos,
Nagbe-video call.
okay,
Ako kaya nga
giving me
everything,
updates about his day.
kaya nga ako everything was like I was on
Okay
the
naman.
devil's advocate on everything except na nagvi-video call pa kami pag-uwi. What I want to ask Malibag sender is, baka naman nagvi-video call kami pag-uwi. Hindi, sorry. I was gonna say, baka naman it's like, hey, nagawa mo na yung sheets?
I don't think that requires a video call, babe.
Or like, grabe na sa stress ako. Ganun. Wants to
Grabe
show it.
sobrang stressed ako. Ano suot mo?
Yun naman yung banana ko. Why?
That's so gross.
Why?
I mean, mine was like subtle.
Okay.
The
Ito itong banana.
Mga douches advocate ata. Douchebags advocate.
Anyway.
Um,
Sorry. So
I would say
wait,
block the
sorry.
guy.
The last thing is the mere fact
am I
that
screaming? I'm sorry.
yeah, you kind of are.
Sorry.
The last thing is, I think the mere fact that he said, yung baka magalit ka and
Baka di mo na ako kausapin.
baka di mo na ako usapin is okay. So yeah, he was douching it up, unfortunately. So he was going for the girl. So the answer is yes, block. At least sadly, there are men na ganyan.
Honestly, at that age, I would be like, I feel like there are more guys like that than, I mean, I'm assuming he was a dirtbag,
Mm-hmm.
especially at that time in their lives.
Yeah.
Parang they're like, okay, nakaalis ng college, may bagong environment. It's like trying to meet new people and like, yeah. So I think he was trying to shoot his shot. Sadly, umasa ka because, you thought that this could be a thing. I don't think you need, especially you're not working with a guy anymore. I don't think you need that in your life. I am going to advocate for your blocking of this guy. Just block the guy. Or, honestly, even if you don't block him, just unfollow him and then mute him so that it's not a whole thing. That he doesn't, or you don't even have to, that's the beauty about it nga is. Well, on Instagram, you don't have to unfollow people. You can just mute them. Para walang issue. Para you just
Gets.
never have to see them again.
But I don't think she even owes him to not have parang gets mo, parang
Yeah, feeling ko rin.
like if he confronts you, then just say like, hey, you were acting inappropriately. You had a girlfriend.
or just
I don't
continue
like
what you're doing,
I
which
don't-
is not reading his messages. You're doing a great job. Keep your distance. Continue doing it.
And sadly, there are dudes like that. But
Yes, I agree with Jim. You don't owe him anything if you want to block him. Gets ko kasi like if people are, parang don't want to make a whole drama about it, then there's the mute option. But if you're like, actually, I don't care if he feels whatever, Yeah, so just block the guy. Honestly, you don't need that in your life.
Yeah. And
Okay.
since we are on a comeback tour of the Malibag, we're gonna do a second one.
We are.
Yeah.
Okay, wait lang. I'm just adjusting my seat kasi nasasayangan ako
Okay.
sa t-shirt ko, hindi nakikita.
So I'm gonna read it. Ako.
Oy, kaya mo?
Kaya ko? Kaya ko ba?
Female to, ha?
Ay. Kaya ko.
Kaya mo? Okay. Oh my
Ay,
gosh, Jim, like,
Mas actually
coming from my
Oo
reading,
nga
kaya
eh.
mo.
Yun
Sige,
nga
try
eh.
mo lang, try mo.
Sige, sige.
Wait, wait. Lalakayan ko yung font kasi medyo...
Pero baka seryoso to eh. I don't want to. Hindi ko gagawin.
Oo nga.
Sorry, okay.
Okay. Oh my gosh, parang seryoso siya. Okay, I did a skim. There are kids involved.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi. My 28F husband. Hi,
I'm 28.
Hi, I'm 28F. My husband, who's 31M.
Male.
We've been married for a while now and we have a 2-year-old. Things haven't been the easiest considering it's only us. No yayas whatsoever. Now, our current setup has put me in the position of being a stay at home mom, and my husband being the only one working. We're getting by with his salary, and we're grateful for that. However, it seems that the longer this setup is ongoing, the more that I'm noticing how my husband is starting to
See me simply.
sees me simply as help. Ramdam ko, taga-alaga na lang ako ng anak namin at taga-silbi sa kanya. Every time that I ask for help with our child, lagi siyang naiinis. Bakit daw, di ko siya bigyan
Oh
ng
my
pahinga, total siya naman yung nagtatrabaho. There was even this one time na sinabi niya sa akin, magre-resign na lang ako, mukhang ayaw mo alagaan anak natin eh. But that wasn't even the point. Konting tulong lang naman hinihingi ko sa kanya. I just shut up na lang when he tries to be aggressive with his arguments, and this so far pacifies him. Magiging okay naman after, lalambing siya sa akin, but he never says, sorry, mali ako. Nasa point na ako na hindi ko alam kung hanggang saan pa kaya ko considering na napansin kong auto showdown na rin.
Shutdown. Napapansin kong auto shutdown.
Shutdown na rin ako pag inaatake niya ako with words. Hindi ko maintindihan kung paano niya nasisikmurang insultihin every argument. May history na rin siya of yelling and screaming at me. Pero sabi niya sa akin, it's because I provoked him to do that.
Oh, man.
I've been dilly-dallying with the option already to file for legal separation, then eventually annulment. Pero lagi kong iniisip yung anak ko. Paano siya? Paano ko i-explain sa kanya na kailangan na namin maghiwalay ng daddy niya? Damn. To be fair, he gives me all his salary, zeroed out bank accounts niya because nasa akin lahat ng pera. It's so difficult for me to decide kasi part of me knows I still love him and it would absolutely break me to do this. But at the same time, I don't know how much more I can take when I still have my child to think about, and my child deserves a whole and unbroken mom. Damn. So sorry to hear this.
I'm so sorry. This is I wholeheartedly agree with you that your child deserves an unbroken mom because so much of a child's development is it's so crucial to have a happy mom. Great to have a happy mom and dad, but if you had to choose one, it's a happy mom.
Before we're attacked by the non-existent ano ba? Fatherists.
what? May mga apologists bang ano?
Father
Absentee
apology.
fathers?
Absentee apology. Oh.
Okay.
Na who say, bakit? Pareho lang naman ang pag-ibig ng dad and mom.
No, there's just biologically,
Yeah.
I think, because a child's needs is like literally
Yeah.
it comes from the mother. There's just a whole thing there.
And biologically, the mere fact that as soon as the kid comes out, it literally has to latch on to the mother. So that is biology.
There's
that
a
is
whole
God. That is the universe saying that the child needs the mom. Oh, anyway, go ahead.
But I am also, I know, I mean, I can't, I don't want to, okay, I was going to say like, okay, never mind. I first want to acknowledge my privilege of having a supportive husband and a good village in our home and our extended families. And that's one thing that I would like to ask, like, do you at all have family that could help? Because I know how much it affects a relationship when you don't also get one-on-one time. There is, unfortunately, naturally a resentment that builds when it's all about the kids. Gets mo?
Hmm.
And wala nang connection. So, while with that, I still don't agree with the insults, the hurtful words. Absolutely no. That's not, you should not take that. Um, I don't think, yeah, I would not allow that. Um, I get why you're contemplating separation, but I also see that you said na you love the guy. Sometimes I don't. It's hard because I'm not talking to you, right? So parang
We don't know
I don't know the
the
extent of it.
details.
Mm-mm.
So ako, since we don't know the details, I would like to just go on a broad thing and say,
Okay, thank
um,
you. I was like, go.
yeah, pang I think first, any relationship will have its own dynamics, but the most important thing is the risk the that each person has their own boundaries. They
Mm-mm.
express it,
Mm-mm.
and it is respected by their partner. So again, there are couples that work and thrive on, like, you know, PI mo, yung whatever and whatever or something. I don't know. Basta parang,
Huh?
nere, ang point ko lang is like may kanya-kanyang language, may kanya-kanyang dynamic ang couples. And so kaya I wouldn't be, I don't want to like make a this general thing um na parang kumbaga I don't know eh. I don't know what they say to each other.
Well,
So
I
kaya
would have to say
hindi, kaya
okay,
nga yung
okay.
sinasabi ko is that there are
Yeah,
boundaries, and
yeah.
then if you express it, na, kaya
Mm-mm.
if the girl, sorry,
Wife.
the wife expresses na, hey, look, I can't take this the way you talk to me. It's I know,
It really hurts.
yeah, and I won't allow it.
Mm.
And if he continues to not respect that boundary, then that's something that I know. Pero yeah,
Yeah. Um there's a there's it's I would totally advocate for therapy, which is of course like, well, who's gonna help with the child and all of that. Logistics, you just have to. That's something that you will have to. Pero ano ba? I don't think this is something that can be addressed with a Malibag, but I'm so happy that you were able to let it out, to write it down, to let your feelings out, and send it out to the universe, to Pod Dad and Pod Mom. Um, I guess what all we can do is hold space for you and your feelings and validate you that this is so not okay. Um, I want to encourage you to communicate with your partner. Tama si Jem, like you gotta express those boundaries. And if it
he
does not
continues to
stop,
not respect it and not respect those boundaries, then
yeah,
you
I
know
would.
I'm pretty sure you have
Mm,
already expressed it, and then that's why
mm,
the mere fact that it's gone to this state means,
mm.
yeah.
Oh,
So we wish you luck. Sorry, and you could write us again. We'd love to hear from you if you want to let us know what happens. Yeah.
so
So
unfortunately, ang daming ganitong mga case talaga, no? Na there's a disconnect that happens.
and no, talagang it's, and I think nga because nga in Filipino culture, it's so
Mm,
taboo to talk about money
mm,
and stuff and spending and like
mm,
the
mm,
roles of each
mm,
partner. Kaya nga nakakatawa eh, na parang here in the Philippines, like it's so taboo to ask your potential life partner Like, hey, what's your role? What is
Expectations,
expected
no?
of me? What's expected of you?
Mm-mm.
If the top organizations in the world, that's the first thing that they would actually say. Na
Mm-mm.
the key to success is everyone here knows what their roles are, what
Mm-mm.
are the expectations,
Mm-mm.
and you mean to tell me you can't do that in a relationship, in a
Mm-mm.
loving and intimate relationship?
Mm-mm.
So ako, if you, my advice, I like to end that if you are, you're about to get married or
Mm-mm.
you're in a very long term relationship, please, as early as now,
Mm-mm.
easily you must communicate to each other like what are our roles? Ano bang expectations natin sa
Mm-mm.
isa't isa? What is
Mm-mm.
a disappointment? What is ganyan?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Tama. I like that. Like expressing, I feel like the steps that could be taken would be um appreciation of each other, like verbalizing it. Sometimes rin kasi with inisip ko rin kasi parang going out into the world, the toxic commute, and then like maybe probably toxic work environment. Like I'm trying to do devil's advocate also like you, diba? Na you come home and then like maybe there's I 100% I inisip ko lang like if there's a way for you to still kind of make this work and forgive each other down the line. Only if it's meant to be. I'm trying to be careful. Meaning like, alam mo naman ako kung ako lang to sabihin ko, iwan mo na yan. Pero syempre, it's like,
Nakakatawa, we have grown up.
we have grown up.
Dati nga, the Malibag's always, kaya nga nagde-devil's advocate na ako ngayon.
Pero kung kupal yung guy na may ibang babae,
Obviously, sinasabi ko
I
naman
know.
talaga na ano eh.
I know. Verbal abuse is never okay. Gotta end with that. So no.
Yeah, so actually, sorry, before we end, since we have something for jimandsab.com actually happening in July, which is like, but since if you're listening to this pod and umabot ka at minute, whatever this is, minute 27, we are doing a special thing on July 19. Okay.
Ooh. Well, ironing out the details.
It's an interactive thing. It's not your normal, it won't be your normal Saturday. It's
Yeah.
going to be so fun.
You like
It's-
mysteries?
And
You like puzzles? You like those things? You like the pod? Then stay tuned.
hindi siya technically.
What? May ganun siya, solving stuff.
Hindi.
Ano ba siya?
Okay, so ganito.
Oo nga. Okay. Pero gabulungan tayo. Okay, anyway. Alright.
Popost na lang namin sa ganito lang. If nakikinig ka, sorry, mali-mali yung sinasabi namin. Pero popost namin sa bit.ly/podkidsafterparty. Doon na lang natin i-announce.
Yeah.
Okay? Alright, bye.
Actually, bago na yung ano natin. It's jimansab.com/podkidsafterparty.
Bye.
Bye.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.